today we're going to meet Symposium Coffee. Let's go in here. Symposium Coffee Roasters are made up of a small team who share a common interest in coffee and philosophy. They focus on East African and geisha coffees, which are fruity, floral and complex, and make sure their coffee beans are ethically sourced, helping local businesses and the environment.
I spent 7 years in the British Army, served in the Royal Anglian Regiment, so I've been to Kenya twice. Even though it wasn't like an origin trip where you take loads of nice photos of coffee and things like that, I've actually seen Kenya, actually how it is, where it's not an organised trip. It got a bit of a point where I felt less valued than what I had actually to give. So I actually left, and life's actually quite hard when you leave the army, because I was in the infantry as well, so when you have no qualifications, it's just an absolute nightmare. And I found myself doing sales through a connection. I ended up working at a brokerage house. Things didn't work out, and I moved back, and my ego was so big that I was going around all these estate agents going, oh, give me a job, that kind of thing. And that kind of, I went in about 8 places and they all said no. One person actually referred me to somebody else and I got a job through that.
Okay.
But then how did you get from there to the coffee? So you'd already been to Kenya at this point?
Oh yeah, that was the first time I went to Kenya was in 2011.
Okay.
So then I went again in 2014. When I went to Afghanistan, that was in 2012. I left the army in 2016.
Okay.
So I didn't work in sales a lot. During that time, like kind of back at home, I've had my little 1 kilo roasters, so it's kind of, it's just been a hobby. And I thought I've done sales. If I can sell something I like, then that's going to change the big aspect of it. And I found that with coffee. I've been focusing really on filters more than like doing an espresso.
How did the name come about for Symposium?
Oh, that's a good one. So the name comes from Plato's Dialogue, which is it's my favourite work of philosophy. It's by Plato, Plato's Symposium. I think what I was mentioning at the start, specialty coffee, is focusing on the origin, where it comes from, knowing who the producer is and like kind of where it's grown, the terroir, and all these different things. These all have an effect on the coffee itself, and I think it's amazing to really know where it comes from.
Lewis wants a coffee!
So the machine is a diesel W15, it's a 15 kilo machine. Powered by gas, so there's a gas pipeline right at the back. This thing here is so once the coffees obviously then come out, it comes down into here and it gets sucked up like a vacuum. And it's the stoner, so sometimes you get little stones in the bags. So if you were to get that, it would damage the grinder or anything, so this actually stops that from happening. We use roasting software. Years ago they never used to use roasting software, so they used to basically just go off that, but you weren't able to record your roasts. So that's a big factor in why coffee's improved.
What are you sort of recording now? What are you checking for? It needs to have the right amount of oxygen, the right amount of fuel.
So there's loads of different variables. Some things like the gas, the drum speed, the airflow. But what's happening now is basically the coffee's coming out and it drops in, and because it's so hot, if it doesn't turn around on these on the little conveyor on the rotor, it would obviously carry on actually roasting.
Okay.
So that's to cool the beans down.
Yeah, for me, like this one has a little bit like, it tastes a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah, okay.
Like that really dark chocolate.
Yeah, I